Hello everyone, let's start game development again. Okay, so where were we? So we have to apply this space background overlay, which will be a background image for the our game, which will be, so we have to drag it from here to inside the galaxy. So it will look like this, and this our background will be stable permanent. Okay, so this was it for the background, and now we have to work on our player script which we created in the last video. Let's open the player script. There are multiple ways to open the script. You can click from here and also here from here too. Okay, so this is our player script. Now first we will write the code for the player's movement, and it will be something like this: public float. As the speed can be into decimal values, so we are going to use float speed. Okay, and I want to keep the speed around 5 initially, and we can change the speed later, it's not a big issue. And for the vertical and horizontal movements of the player, we have to write another float variables: private float vertical input and horizontal input. Okay, so this horizontal and vertical input will be empty unless we press the buttons for the vertical and horizontal movement of the player. Okay, so the vertical, now this float will be the variable for storing the values of our movement. Okay, so vertical movement will be equal to input dot get axis, and here we have to write the name of the axis, vertical, and same way we have to write for the horizontal. Okay, horizontal input. Okay, so that's it. Now we have to write the code for accepting the input and moving the player. So transform dot translate, and inside there will be new vector 3 are the x, y and z coordinates of the player. Okay, so for the horizontal values we are going to use the horizontal input. Okay, so we'll write here the horizontal input, then our vertical input, and for z axis we can put 0 because there will be no input in the z axis as it is a 2D game, and this will be multiplied by the speed which we created and above, and you have to also use time dot delta time, which I will explain later in the game why we use this. If you don't use this, the game will not look good. Okay, now save the script by pressing Ctrl S and go again to the main project. Okay, now we can try our code we just wrote. Okay, by pressing the play button, as you can see my player is moving upwards and backwards. Okay, so here it is moving upwards and backwards, and the speed looks fine to me. It's not too fast, not too slow. Okay, so it's good. And now okay, so as you can see, if before when this ordinary layer was 0, our player was behind this image we just uploaded, but as we increase the order in the layer of the player character, our player comes in the front. Yes, just like this. Okay, but we have to also stop the player from moving outside the game boundaries. As you can see, this is our canvas right here, and if I keep pressing W, the player goes outside the project, which we cannot allow. Okay, so now we'll write the code for keeping the player inside the project. Again, open the player script, and it will be somehow like this. We'll use condition statements. If transform dot position dot y-axis, because we are writing it for y-axis, is greater than equal to, we have to check it how much max value of y we are going to be keeping. Okay, I think this should be the max value. Okay, let's keep it minus at -6. Max value should, I am going to keep of my player will be minus 0.6. So if is greater than minus 0.6, then transform dot position is equal to new vector 3. Also, if our player is going more than what we want in the y-axis, we just want to control its y-axis values, not the horizontal. We have to write another code for the horizontal boundaries of the player character. Okay. Transform dot position dot x, and for y we'll use just minus 0.6. so if our player tries to go ahead of minus 0.6, it cannot move. Okay. And also we have to use, if we are going to write any float values anywhere, we have to use 0.6 f. Okay, now we'll save the script, and let's see if our code works. Okay, so tada, as you can see, our code works perfectly. Our player cannot go above the set values, although it goes down and sideways. So we'll add the code for that too. Okay, so the code for that will also be very simple too. If you want, you can try by yourself, and if you're not able to solve it by yourself, I'll tell you how to do it. Okay, so go ahead, pause the video and try it by yourself. Now let me tell you how it will go. Let's just copy paste the same. First let me check how much is the last y-axis dot values. Okay, so minus 4.4, minus 4.5. yes, I think that's it. Okay, so if is equal to minus 0.5 f. Okay, let's save it and just let's check it again. Okay, yes, so our play is perfectly set between the y inside the project. Yes, now we'll write the code for the left and right axis of the player. Let's check it, how much is the right farthest position. 8.27. it is 8.5 and the minus 8.5. okay. If transform dot position dot x is greater than 8.5f, 8.5f, f, so we have write the code for the positive x values. Now you go ahead and try by yourself writing the code for the negative boundaries for the x-axis. Just it will be the same way as we write the code for the negative y-axis values and also the x-axis values. Let's go ahead and try it. Okay, now let me tell you the solution. Now again opposite sign, minus 8.5f, here minus 8.5f, and that's it. See how simple it was. Okay, just save the code and let me run the code project. Yes, so as you can see, we have successfully wrote the code for the player movement. Yes, so that was it for today, guys. Thank you for watching.